my name is Eva and welcome to this channel, and today I am giving you 5 sex positive resolutions. So what does sex positivity mean? Just quickly before I get into the resolutions, sex positivity is the idea of recognizing that sex and sexuality in all of its many forms, including asexuality or a lack of sexual attraction, all of that is normal and healthy, not unnatural or gross or dirty. I will link a really great video that my friend Nadine made all about what is sex positivity in the description if you want to learn more. So my first sex positive resolution is to pay for your porn. Oh my gosh. Sex work is real work, so you should pay for the services that you are using. This seems logical. I feel like I shouldn't have to explain it, but here we are in an age where free porn exists in a lot of places. Still pay for your porn. Many vids you can buy from independent performers that are making their own clips. Super easy to find stuff that you like. It's very clearly directly paying back to the performer. I also have a video on 5 types of erotica with a bunch of awesome porn and erotica recommendations, so I'll link that as well in the description. In addition to paying for your porn, there are lots of other ways that you should be supporting sex workers. You should be learning about legislation that impacts sex workers, like the SESTA-FOSTA bills. I will link a really comprehensive rundown of what that means, but basically it was a bill that was disguised as trying to decrease sex trafficking, but it has really made sex workers' lives a lot more dangerous and complicated, and it is having implications for how social media is censoring sexuality conversations as well. So it also may negatively impact and is negatively impacting sex educators who are trying to share positive messages about sexuality online. But it was meant to hurt sex workers and has hurt sex workers the most, so it's really important. My second sex positive resolution is to vote, which might seem a little bit not related to sexuality directly, but I promise you it is. So do you care about there being comprehensive sex education? Do you care about there being money to support sexual violence response centers and women's shelters? Do you believe that LGBTQ people should be protected from workplace discrimination and other kinds of discrimination? Then your vote is a big deal. Politicians make a bunch of those decisions, and you can create a consent culture, create so many positive changes in the world of sexuality just by voting, telling your family and friends to vote, being an election buddy for people, being informed, and volunteering if you can. My third sex positive resolution is to get tested for STIs regularly. And by regularly, I mean in between partners and around every 6 months. Getting tested for STIs will not always be the most comfortable experience. I've written a lot about my experiences getting tested for STIs since coming out as bisexual, which has been not the most fun. But it's a really important part of practicing good sexual health practices. My fourth sex positive resolution is to visit a sex toy store or an online sex toy store. If this is something that is not interesting to you, you don't want to do sex toys, then that's totally fine. Skip on to the next one. But if that's something you've been thinking about, you've been wanting to explore sex toys, but you've been nervous, this is your sign from the universe. I think that sex toys are really wonderful and can be really amazing tools in enhancing and exploring your sexuality, so I would really encourage you to do that. I also made a video about feminist sex toy stores and have linked a whole bunch of links in that video about finding one near you, because I would really recommend going to a feminist sex toy store if that's going to be your first experience. But if not, get a friend who you feel comfortable with talking about sexuality and being around sexuality objects and go. If you want to dip your toe in the water, you can look at an online sex toy store. One of my favorites is Spectre Boutique. Their website is beautiful and colorful and not gendered, and it's just super, super great. So that'll be in the link in the description as well. This last sex positive resolution is to read more queer books and watch more queer movies. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you might not know, but since this summer, I have been doing a queer movie club and a queer book club where I read mostly queer YA and watch queer movies, and that has really helped me feel more confident in my identity and also connected to the queer community. So that's something that I want to keep doing in the new year. So those are my 5 sex positive resolutions for 2019 or 20 by teen. Please like this video if you like it, subscribe if you aren't already. You can follow me on social media on Instagram and Twitter, But that's all for me today. Have a lovely day and a lovely new year. Still trying to make it happen. Oh, we have the bisexual finger guns. It's good.